Here's an example of a place where we're going to use a chain rule, but we're going to use it as part of the process of completing a product rule. So we have the function f of x is equal to x times the square root of x minus 2, which we should first think to rewrite as x times x minus 2 to the 1/2. And we should recognize that as a product. So that's the first thing that we should notice, and that tells us that we should start by using a product rule. So f prime of x is going to be equal to the derivative with respect to x of x times x minus 2 to the 1/2 plus the derivative with respect to x of x minus 2 to the 1/2 times x. So when we take the derivative with respect to x of x minus 2 to the 1/2, that's where we're going to need a chain rule. So I'm going to note right off the bat here that when I get there, I'm going to let u be equal to x minus 2, and then I can go on from there. So f prime of x in this case is going to be equal to 1 times x minus 2 to the 1/2 power plus, we're going to have the derivative with respect to u of u to the 1/2 times the derivative with respect to x of x minus 2, all times x still, because we still have this x hanging out here at the end. So we're going to end up with x minus 2 to the 1/2 plus 1/2 u to the negative 1/2 times 1 times x. Or if I clean it up a little bit, I get x minus 2 to the 1/2. Then I'm going to have plus x over 2 x minus 2 to the 1/2. So I'm doing a couple of things here. I'm taking the x and I'm recognizing that x times 1 is just x, and that's what I'm going to end up with in my numerator here. I'm also recognizing that u to the negative 1/2 is the same thing as 1 over u to the positive 1/2, and this 2 is also something that goes in a denominator, so I end up with both down here. And then I'm rewriting the u and replacing it with just an x minus 2. So this is what I end up getting. Now, I'm going to put the first fraction over 1 as well, and then I'm going to see about finding some common denominators to see if I can actually add these two expressions together. So a good common denominator would be the denominator that we see in the left one, 2 times x minus 2 to the 1/2. So I don't need to change anything in the second fraction, but I need to multiply the first fraction by 2 times x minus 2 to the 1/2 over exactly that same thing, 2 times x minus 2 to the 1/2. So what I'll end up with is 2 times x minus 2 plus x, all divided by 2 times x minus 2 to the 1/2. That's going to be equal to 2x minus 4 plus x, all divided by 2 times x minus 2 to the 1/2 power. And if we combine like terms in the numerator, we should end up with 3x minus 4, all divided by 2 times x minus 2 to the 1/2 power. And there's our derivative. So here we had a product rule. In the process of doing the product rule, we also needed to include a chain rule. Not uncommon for these rules to start to get mixed together and for you to have to use a variety of rules in finding specific derivatives. See what the overall structure looks like first, start there, and then as you need additional rules, use them as you come across them in the process.